Good evening. I'm calling to order the Concours Township Board of Trustee meeting for August 3rd, 2022. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mrs. Dawson, can you please call roll?
Mr. Dondorfer?
Present.
Mrs. Lucci?
Present. Moving on to the approval of minutes.
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve the July 20th, 2022 regular trustee meeting minutes.
And I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to the elected official reports. Our fiscal officer, Mrs. Dawson.
Thank you, Mrs. Lucci. As of July 31st, we were 58% of the way through the calendar year. Treasury balance for the 21 active funds within the Township Treasury was $16.5 million. Treasury balance includes $10.2 million in funds set aside for specific projects. Year-to-date expenditures were 30% of the amount appropriated for 2022. The revenue received year-to-date is 70%, including the advance on the second half of our real estate taxes. So we are well within budget. Would like to request and add to the agenda this evening on behalf of the fire department. Due to supply chain issues, they need to order the gear lockers for the new station ASAP. So I'd like to request a vote on purchase order 51-2022 in the amount of $16,691 to Gear Grid Corporation for those lockers.
I'll make a motion to approve as stated.
And I'll second. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. If you have any specific financial questions, please do not hesitate to call my office, 440-354-7516, or you can always go to www.ohiocheckbook.gov. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Dawson. Moving on to trustees, Mr. Dondorfer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, we have finally arrived to our bicentennial weekend. A lot of planning over the last year. I'm excited for the weekend. We'll have a lot planned. Our recreation department has gotten everything set up and it's coming to fruition. So join us this weekend. We have a lot of great events planned, starting out on Friday from 6 to 10. We have some bands, great food, cocktails, beer and wine, food trucks, a raffle. Saturday, you can join us in the morning for our Pancake Breakfast. We have a flag raising ceremony in the afternoon and a lot of great other festivities I'm sure Deborah's going to cover. So please join us. We will be out here. It's a great way to celebrate your community and, you know, have some fellowship and get connected and have a good time. So we're looking forward to it. We did get a fire station update today in office hours from our owner's rep. Looks like we're doing very well as far as we just came out of the ground with the foundation and we are moving forward. We're about 30 days behind, but we should start to see some substantial progress in the near future, so we were excited to get that news. Still waiting to get a report from my contact at First Energy regarding some power outage concerns that some of the residents had in the northern portion of Concours Township, so I'm going to keep updated on that and hope to get an update from our contacts over there. Still working on a couple neighborhood issues with some noise concerns and things of that nature. I did speak with the Sheriff's Department regarding some targeted traffic enforcement initiatives in some hotspot neighborhoods that were having some complaints of speeding vehicles and people disregarding traffic signs and things of that nature, so we're working that out. I am working on the completion of Leadership Academy through the OTOA. I am scheduled to go to Federal Day on August 12th down to the OTA office, and then I have one more class to complete. So after that, I will be complete. So that's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dondorfer. So I am totally looking forward to this weekend, Deb. I know your group and you are working so incredibly hard. Thank you. And thank you for the incredible summer concert series. We had perfect weather each time, great turnout, the bands were great. Thank you to everyone, our sponsors, and for all your hard work, and looking forward again to next year with that. And looking forward to this weekend as well. So we're really excited to hear your report today. As far as residents that I've talked to this week, some traffic concerns along Prouty and Morley by the hill there, where we had some new traffic installation, kind of following up with that and getting more feedback from some of the other residents. I did speak a resident about some potential zoning violation concerns that seems to be ongoing. Following up on the noise complaint I think that you're talking about, and same thing, you know, my own neighborhood reaches out to me when they see me walking the dog saying, you know, how can we get people to slow down, and
Right.
you know, looking for the signs that, you know, if drive like your kid lives here. So we do need to remember that, drive like your kid lives here, and really kind of slow down. I know it's summer, you want to get home and enjoy the evening, but really be careful. It was great seeing the firefighters doing pickleball the other day, and it's so nice to see that there's always a line and people enjoying themselves, so that's great. I want to say congratulations to those who won in their election yesterday, and I wish all those attending college or going off to school or some other venture good luck and incredible journey. And with that, we will move on to our department reports. Our administration department, Mr. Rose.
Thank you, Mrs. Lucci, members of the board, Mrs. Dawson, members of the audience, good evening. I'll kick it off with some items that are currently on the agenda. Item E is a purchase order for design plans and permitting. That is for the sanitary sewer extension that we've been planning on Auburn Road, which takes the sanitary sewer line across the frontage of the community center, allows us to tie in the community center. Item F is a purchase order for engineering services related to the restroom facility project at Town Hall Park. If you remember, both Senator Serino, State Senator Serino, and State Representative Jamie Callender worked on our behalf, and we did receive that grant. So we're starting to proceed with that while we're also chasing some additional funding to round out that project. Item G is a purchase order for replacing all the exterior doors at the service department buildings. Those funds are coming from a NOPEC grant, and we thank NOPEC for that. In other news, I'm very pleased to report that the Lake County East Council of Governments did have the opportunity to meet yesterday. There was a quorum present. The membership voted unanimously to shut that organization down. I am working with the state auditor to properly code that organization as inactive on the state rolls and close it out at the state level. So that's all going very well, and I appreciate the cooperation and the assistance of Sarah at the state auditor's office. She's been terrific in walking me through the process. A little bit of sad news. Earlier today, I received and I accepted on behalf of the trustees a resignation letter from part-time firefighter Frank Ferrant. Frank's last day will be on August 24th. We thank him for his service to the township. We wish him well in his future endeavors. He was recently picked up as a full-time firefighter in another community, and he also has a new young baby, so he is quite busy. But we wish him well, and we thank him for his service. Moving on, Rick, if you could bring up my picture, this meeting's bicentennial picture. It's one of my favorites because I love the gentlemen that are wearing white shoes just before Labor Day. It reminds me of Mike Lucas. It's a photograph from Concord Community Day, and I thought that was appropriate since this is Community Day week. This picture was taken September 5th, 1976. Included in this picture up on the DS reviewing stand are trustees of the day, which were trustees Charles Call, Joseph Franco, and Clifford Webster. And just as a side note, the first Community Day was held in 1971. So I too look forward to seeing everyone at Community Day festivities this Friday and Saturday. I know the rec department has a lot of sweat equity, and I have no doubt this will be another fantastic event and feather in their cap as well. And that concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Rose. and moving on to fire department.
Yep, I have the fire department report for the month of July. Total runs for the month of July, we had 262 runs. There were 183 EMS events with 141 transports. We had 79 non-EMS events. We did have 2 fires events in Concours Township, 1 house fire, and there was a mulch fire. We provided mutual aid 26 times. We received mutual aid 14 times, and we had 67 overlapping calls. For the Fire Prevention Bureau, they completed 62 inspections, 5 plan reviews, and they completed the fire investigation from the house fire on Ravenna Road, and they handled a complaint related to open burning. And then finally, on the public education side, they did install 1 Knox box, and then they conducted a emergency response and first aid skills class with staff and volunteers for the Concours Community Days, just to freshen everybody up and get them ready for Community Day. And that concludes the fire department's report for July. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for filling in. Moving on to service department, Mr. Brown.
Good evening, everyone. The service department in the month of July continued with road maintenance throughout the township. Crack sealing and dirt patching of the asphalt roadways. The concrete slab replacement program is moving steadily through the township, currently working in Quail Hollow. The drainage crew completed easement maintenance on Martin Eve Drive and performed culvert replacements and ditch maintenance throughout the township. The service department also responded to downed trees in Big Creek. We cut them up to prevent any blockages. The bridge on Nancy Ann Drive is being repaired by the Lake County engineers. Their crews have been on site this week. There's no update as far as when that's going to be completed, but they're steadily working on it. Brightwood Lake Dam removal and Kellogg Creek stream restoration. The construction began on that July 13th, and crews are moving along as scheduled. The service department will be installing court divider net to the pickleball courts in the coming weeks. The net will be able to be slid into place for players that decide to want to separate the courts. Additionally, we added a squeegee for the players to squeegee off the wet areas after a good rain. This week, the service department crews have been preparing for Concours Community Days and assisting the rec department with their needs. We are looking forward to Concours' 200th birthday celebration. The service department encourages residents with questions, concerns to contact us at 440-350-3225 or by email at concourstwp.com under service department. Happy 200th birthday, Concord, and we hope to see everybody out there this weekend to celebrate. That concludes my report.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Moving on to zoning, Mrs. Freeman.
Ooh.
Careful.
Sorry, not put on my water bottle. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
During the month of July, the zoning department staff processed 49 zoning permit applications. Of those applications, 13 were for fences, 9 accessory buildings, 9 decks, 8 swimming pools, 4 additions to residential homes, 3 change of uses, 2 townhouse buildings over the Hillshire Woods development, and 1 sign. Additionally, staff inspected 45 different projects and issued 45 zoning certificate of compliance for the completion of those projects. Staff also received and followed up on 16 new complaints about potential zoning violations. So things are still busy in the summertime months. Last night, the Zoning Commission met. They continued their work sessions that they've been having on potential changes to the zoning resolution. The Commission did initiate one of the amendments to the resolution, and they set the public hearing for September 6th. That information will be posted on the Township website prior to the hearing, and all the legal notices will be made as well. Next week, the BZA will hold their regular meeting. They have 7 public hearings scheduled. The detailed agenda can be viewed on the Township's website at concourstwp.com under the public meetings. Just so residents know, we do try to post the board agendas a week prior to the meeting. So Zoning Commission, they always meet the first Tuesday of the month. The BZA is always the second Wednesday. So if you're curious on what's coming up, check the website about a week before, and if there's something of interest and you want the information, please contact our office and we're happy to share that with you. Thank you.
All right, thank
Thank you.
All right, recreation. Mrs. Esker.
Good evening, everybody. It's time to celebrate. This weekend, Concord Township residents and guests will come together to experience fun and friendship at our premier summer bicentennial event, Concord Community Days. I'm here to tell you about it. PowerPoint, please, Rick. Thank you very much. In honor of our bicentennial year, we brought back the 2-day Community Day celebration happening this Friday and Saturday at the Town Hall campus and at the Old Stone School. We warmly invite guests 21 and over to Friday evening's uncorked cocktail hours filled with live music, upscale cocktails, food trucks, and a very special Bicentennial Raffle. The Ray Bands kick off uncorked cocktail hours on Friday at 6 p.m. They are the quintessential steel drum band, and they will lay down a cool, breezy island vibe for guests who will be sipping cocktails and browsing the 25-plus jam-packed raffle baskets. Then, at 8 p.m., the rock radio band takes the stage to amp up the dance energy in the main tent. Playing the best cover tunes from the 60s to today's hits, this band will get you moving. The Thirsty Philly will provide bar service for uncorked cocktail hours. The bar menu includes a signature blackberry orange bourbon cocktail, a strawberry pulp margarita, a pomegranate ginger Moscow mule, a tropical fruit sangria, lemon bliss beer on draft, blueberry lager on draft, and a Voyager IPA in cans. Our Bicentennial Raffle is sure to be a crowd favorite this year. We asked local businesses for raffle donations, and they really came through. We've collected an impressive amount of gift cards and unique items from Concord businesses and organizations and created over 25 really amazing baskets. And I gotta say a special shout out to our elected officials who have been especially generous in donating top shelf spirits, and our administrator for donating exquisitely handcrafted cutting boards you see in the picture. So thank you for providing this basket that will surely be the most popular raffle basket. Be sure to come hungry on Friday and Saturday and sample the variety of offerings from popular local food trucks, including Nick's Gyros, bringing their hand-squeezed lemonade, La Katrina Mexican cuisine, Frank's Brats, and Homestyle Barbecue. Guests can also snack on Lake County's best kettle corn, and East Coast Custard joins the food truck lineup on Saturday. On Saturday, the Family Day begins with a well-loved tradition hosted by our fire department. The Pancake Breakfast begins at 8 a.m. in the big tent on the Town Hall campus and runs through 11 a.m. And we'll also be selling Bicentennial Raffle basket tickets during the Pancake Breakfast, so guests can enjoy their pancakes and also peruse the raffle baskets and buy tickets. Dinner and a show. Our bicentennial flag raising ceremony kicks off Family Day afternoon activities at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Everyone is warmly invited to gather around the flagpole in front of Town Hall as we proudly raise the American flag and unveil Concord's new bicentennial flag. This meaningful ceremony also serves as another way that we mark this moment in our collective history as we come together to celebrate Concord Township at our Bicentennial Community Days. Immediately following the flag raising, guests can enjoy a wide variety of family activities. On the Town Hall campus, guests can grab dinner from the food trucks. They can sample a few of the 10 varieties of beer available, peruse the crafter and artisan exhibits around the main tent. Families can explore Kids World, sponsored by the Concord Alliance Church, complete with tons of games and prizes, a face painter, a balloon artist, a giant slide, and Dr. Awesome's Bubble Palooza. Everyone's invited to try to win a trophy at our traditional frog jump contest as well. And then at the Old Stone School, guests can tour the schoolhouse, see displays of Concord history, learn about our pioneer past through presentations and demonstrations, and enjoy old-time outdoor games. It's really fun and easy to travel between those two campuses. Just hitch a ride on the Romick Railway between the two locations. This little train is for adults and kids, and it is just plain fun to ride. Saturday's live music starts at 5 p.m. in the main tent with a local favorite band, Pieces of Eight, featuring the Lakeside Brass. They play everyone's favorite classic rock hits, kicking it up a notch with impeccable horns and brass. And when Pieces of Eight finish their set around 7 p.m., our trustees will host our annual awards ceremony in the main tent. This ceremony pays tribute to our Citizen of the Year, and in honor of our bicentennial year, we've added special Bicentennial Honoree Awards to be given to 4 additional residents for their dedication to Concours Township and contributions, big and small, that make our township great. Also, in honor of our bicentennial year, we'll award 14 Legacy Citizen of the Year awards to Concours residents who have made remarkable contributions to Concours' evolution over our past 200 years. And we'll conclude our awards ceremony with a birthday bash, celebrating our 200 years, complete with a very impressive birthday cake that you do not want to miss. This thing is huge and beautiful. Abbey Rodeo takes the stage at 8 p.m. on Saturday, rocking the tent with music we all know and love. The guys take a break around 9 when our trustees take the stage for the Bicentennial Raffle drawing. Raffle winners do not need to be present to win at the drawing, although you want to be there for all the great fun. But we'll contact winners on Monday for any baskets not claimed on Saturday. And when the drawing is done, Abbey Rodeo is back to play right up until our Bicentennial Community Days grand finale fireworks spectacular at 10 p.m. What a way to end 2 beautiful days of celebrating our township. So congratulations, Concord Township, 200 years and still going strong. I hope to see everyone at this Friday and Saturday's Bicentennial Community Days. And thank you so much for your time and attention tonight.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Deb, for that robust presentation. And our Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Falvey.
Good evening.
Good evening.
For the month of July, the Sheriff's Office responded to or handled 1,194 case numbers or calls for service. Of those, 7 were injury accidents, 1 fatal on 90. This was as a result of an accident that was near the rest area, which caused a traffic jam. OSP handled that aspect of the accident. As a result of the traffic jam, a motorist was not paying attention and rear-ended another vehicle that was parked in the traffic jam. There were several injuries, and one succumbed to their injuries later that day. While we were on that accident, we handled probably 5 more accidents in the general area due to the traffic issues on the freeway. 10 property damage accidents. We had arrested 2 males for disorderly conduct, a female for possession of drugs and trafficking ecstasy, an adult female for OVI, an adult male for burglary on Knollwood Ridge, and an adult female for domestic violence, felonious assault. A female struck another person with a hammer. 63 alarms, 19 citations, 92 warnings for traffic violations. We just as yesterday, deputies responded to Concord Hamden Road for a welfare check of children at the residence. When we arrived on scene, a male ran into the house. The male had several warrants for drug issues out of the Painesville City Police Department. He hid inside the house. We contacted extra resources throughout the area, and we had a hybrid entry team which was made up of some SWAT members. We also used a drone to fly into the house and check the basement. That's where the male was located. He was brought into taken into custody. We also handled 59 suspicious circumstances, vehicles, and persons, just to name a few of the issues that we have dealt with. We also are still selling the block watch signs. We've a few developments in Painesville Township have purchased them and erected them. We had one inquiry from a development in Concord. Hopefully we'll get some more. For the events this Friday and Saturday, we have 5 deputies for Friday, and we have 5 deputies for Saturday. We'll put the speed trailers up on each side of Ravenna Road since people are going to be crossing. We also have cones with that Debbie's going to make sure that we have it. And we have flashing lights that go on top of the cones that we'll use just like St. Gabe's to try to slow down traffic and be more visible in the area. The service department's going to be doing, thankfully, some maintenance on the Concord speed trailer. The display is very loose, so they're going to work on that so we can get it back into service as soon as possible. But we'll have the SO one out there, and then Mr. Brown assured me that we should be able to have that ready to go, pending, despite, unless there's some other issues that are beyond our scope, ready to go for this weekend. Let's see what else. Oh, also the school resource officers, school is going to be starting on the 26th for Riverside. But we already have some school functions before that, like football games, etc. But the school is paying for a second school resource officer. This is a full-blown resource officer, just like Deputy Rowland, who does investigations, takes care of arrests, etc., etc. On top of that, we'll have a school security officer who is going to be employed by the Riverside School campus, but they're going to be deputized by the sheriff's office. They will be security officers, not school resource officers. They will be positioned at the doors, or the front door of Riverside, and another one will be positioned at the patrol the Lamouth Middle School. In the near future, I can't say it's 100%, but it's there pretty much. We'll have one based out of Melridge Elementary and Buckeye Elementary. Melridge being in Concord, Buckeye in Painesville Township. Eventually, I can see the works are in the works right now. I could see Riverview and Parkside both having security officers, deputized security officers there as well. But they're holding, the reason why they're not doing those two elementary schools right off the bat and they're focusing on Melridge and Buckeye is because the reinforcements in security construction when they built the new school are there. So they're Melridge and Buckeye are a little bit more vulnerable, which is why they elected to work on those two places for right now. Other than that, I'm all good, unless you guys have any questions.
No, thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
very much. Okay, moving on to audience portion. Anyone here that would like to speak? Seeing no one, we will move to old business.
Mrs. Lucci, I'd like to talk about the multi-product resolution with Fifth Third Bank for online access. What I'm asking you to consider this evening is we actually already have online access on the checking account. This formalizes it. Never had to sign this years ago, so they're just updating their paperwork. And what this does, you all have signed signature cards in the past, the trustees. It's basically stating that you're giving me the authority to sign the sheets on behalf of you, that you're going to have checking account access, also online credit card access, and I'm requesting that we add Cindy Sadler onto the credit card for online access instead, so that in any type of absence, as if there's an emergency, I'm not the only one that has the ability to maintain those credit cards. This also will free up, usually it's between 2 and 3 hours on the phone with the bank without the online access. So that's what I'm asking you to vote on this evening. And if you decide to vote in the affirmative, then I'll also have you sign an authorization certificate for commercial card service agreement, which is their commercial cards as well. So we've had credit cards with them for years and years and years. This is just, it's bank paperwork, so.
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve the multi-product resolution with Fifth Third Bank for online access.
And I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Moving on to new business.
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve the July financial report.
And I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve a resolution 2022-16 street light assessment.
And I will second.
I would like to read it just for the record.
Yep.
It's the same thing we do every year. It's the resolution authorizing the fiscal officer to certify the assessed street lighting to the county auditor for the tax year 2022. That's an error on my fault. With such assessed street lighting being collectible in the calendar year 2023. So whereas the Concord Township Board of Trustees wishes to continue the following Concord Township, Lake County, Ohio lighting assessments: Spear Road, Marlowe Drive, Fairgrounds Road, Morley Hills 4A, Morley Hills, Quail Hollow Development, Camden Creek, Nature Preserve South, Noble Ridge Estates, Nature Preserve North, Hunt Club Friedel, Quail Highlands, Industrial Park, Summerwood, Concord Ridge, Orchard Springs 1 and 2, and Auburn Business Quarter lighting districts. All of the other safety lights are with contract with CEI, and they are taken out of the general fund, but these particular lighting districts are paid with tax assessments. So, thank you very much. Did you say all those in favor?
I think you,
Yes.
Okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Mrs.
Thank
Dawson.
you, Mrs. Dawson. Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve Resolution 2022-17. Ron Terriaco, Concord Township Bicentennial Citizen of the Year.
And I second. Discussion?
Would you like that read on the record?
Please.
Please.
Resolution 2022 Tax 17, which is the 2022 Citizen of the Year, Ronald Terriaco. Whereas Ron Terriaco, friend, neighbor, and good citizen of Concord Township for over 25 years, has been an integral part of our community as a resident through his dedication to home, family, community, and profession, and consistently set the finest example for the values of good citizenship. And whereas Ron served with the Concord Township Fire Department for 40 years, from 1982 to 2022, as firefighter, lieutenant, captain, and in 2009 was promoted to deputy chief, successfully guiding the fire department through periods of growth and development. And whereas Ron holds many certifications, including an associate's degree in fire science. He is a graduate of the Ohio Fire Chiefs Association, Ohio Fire Executive Program, and served in many capacities on various associations and agencies. As deputy chief, Ron was an Ohio Fire Chiefs Fellow Program member and was active in the Ohio Attorney General's Office Safe School Task Force for School Safety Planning. Ron was also an advocate for the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation Everyone Goes Home program, and was the chair for the Line of Duty Death Response Team. Ron traveled the state of Ohio as a representative of the Ohio Local Assistance State Team of the National Fallen Firefighters Association, assisting families during a time of great loss. Whereas Ron spent many years as an instructor at the Auburn Career Center, training students to help residents in times of need. He is a valued and active contributor to the betterment of Concord Township through countless volunteer hours and committed service, and has dedicated his life to the service of others and firefighter safety and training. And now, therefore, let it be it resolved that we, the Concord Township Board of Trustees, Lake County, State of Ohio, on behalf of the residents of Concord Township, do hereby, with great privilege, recognize and pay honor and tribute to Ron Terriaco as the Concord Township Citizen of the Year for our Bicentennial Year 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Rose.
Thank
Any
you.
words, Mr. Gondorfer?
I know that the Bicentennial Committee had a lot of dialogue on the Bicentennial Citizen of the Year, as well as our Legacy Award winners. And we're very fortunate that we have so many good citizens within our township here that have come forward and supported the township and have given back to the community. But when we evaluated it, we looked at a candidate that was someone that has contributed to the community over several years, and you know, when you look at Ron Terriaco, you know, he has exhibited excellence in public service and citizenship within Concours Township for several years. He's been a leader, he's been an innovator, and you know, I think he deserves the award, so I'm very honored that he's getting it.
I agree. I think in the Bicentennial Committee's sort of purpose of this award is to award it to somebody who has that sort of lifelong commitment, dedication, service, and I fully agree that Mr. Terriaco fits that bill very well. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve the conditional offer of employment to Alex Kenziger for the position of probationary part-time firefighter, EMT basic, pending background check and physical.
And I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve a PO to Civil Environmental Consultants Incorporated in the amount of $27,500 for design plans and permit to install sanitary sewer extension at Concord Community Center.
And I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve a PO to Civil Environmental Consultants in the amount of $21,400 for professional engineering services for prefabricated restroom facility at Town Hall Park.
And I second. All in favor?
Aye. Madam Chair, I will make a motion to approve PO to Enterprise Door in the amount of $49,360 for 12 exterior door replacements in the service department.
And I second. And again, those are no-PEC funds grants, correct?
The doors are NOPEC funds grants. The POs to civil environmental consultants are being paid out of ARPA funds.
Thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then moving on to the items that were voted on in the staff meeting on July 29th, 2022.
Would you like me to read those for you, Mrs.
Mrs.
Lucci?
Dawson, that would be wonderful.
Thank you. There was a fire department purchase order in the amount of $12,189 to Myers Appliance. Those appliances were approved by NOPEC for Fire Station 2. That would be the new Fire Station 2. Mr. Dondorfer made the motion to approve the fire department PO in the amount of $12,189 to Myers Appliance. And Mr. McIntosh seconded. Vote was 3 ayes. There was the 2022 records disposal, RC3. Mr. McIntosh moved to approve the 2022 records disposal, RC3. Mr. Dondorfer seconded. The vote was 3 ayes. Also to approve the final development plan for villas at Canterwood Farms Phase 2 Residential Conservation Development. Mr. Dondorfer moved to approve the final development plan for villas at Canterwood Farms Phase 2 Residential Conservation Development. Mr. McIntosh seconded. Vote 3 ayes.
Thank you very much. And then last but not least, the future meetings and announcements. Would you care to continue, Mrs. Dawson?
I would be delighted, Mrs.
Thank
Lucci.
you.
Thank you. On August 5th from 6 to 10 p.m., Community Days on Court will be held here at the Town Hall campus. On August 6th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., Fire Department Pancake Breakfast here at Town Hall campus. And from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., Community Days Family Day here at Town Hall campus. On September 2nd from 9 a.m., there'll be a staff meeting here at the Town Hall conference room. On September 5th, we will be closed in observance of Labor Day. On September 6th at 7 p.m., there's going to be a zoning commission meeting held here at Town Hall. And on the 7th of September from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., trustee office hours here at the conference room. And at 7:30 p.m., trustee meeting Town Hall. So you will officially not be holding another opened trustees meeting until September. It's crazy.
Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah,
I know.
September.
What am I supposed to do?
Well,
I give it.
thank you, everyone. This concludes our meeting for this evening. Happy birthday, Concord. Look forward to seeing everybody this weekend.
Thank you.